Good. So let us proceed. So let's proceed. Yeah, so as I was saying, like, there are even people in Janice that they are not even the best copywriters. They just know the basics and they are still doing a lot of orders. Do you understand? And they are making a lot of money every month. Do you get? So as I was saying, everybody that will come in to teach you, every tutor you will learn from, everybody that will show you one thing or the other, they do these things. These are not just all these people that you see their online ads that they will show you how to make money online, yet they are not making the money that they are making money from selling you that course. No, yeah, nobody is selling you anything. Nobody is doing anything. We are here to teach you to get results for the company so that you can make money and in turn make the company money. Do you get? So let's go on. So now, after you've decided, okay, I want to learn copywriting, I want to do copywriting, what's the first thing you need to do? The first thing you need to do when you want to master copywriting or you want to learn copywriting is you need to be able to identify your customer avatar. I'm sure some of you might have heard this thing before. Identify your target audience, identify your customer avatar, they are related. They don't sell your market to the wrong audience, blah, blah, blah. Why is this important? It is important because so that whatever product it is you are selling, like in Janice's case now, let me use our high blood pressure product, for example. You can't be selling your high blood pressure product and then you're targeting people that are age 24 and below. No. People like that might have high blood pressure, but it will not put their health at risk like the older audience. So that's why it is very important for you to identify your customer avatar. For example, now let's say you're selling Catholic rosary. You can't go to a mosque and start hawking your Catholic rosary and start saying that you come and buy. You won't sell. Why won't you sell? Because you are in the wrong market. Do you understand? So first of all, if you learn your copywriting and then you put it in front of the right market, your target audience, your customer avatar, you will increase your chances of converting by multiple times compared to when you just put it anywhere. Do you understand? So now, first thing first, when you want to identify your customer avatar, there are some things you need to know. What is your customer avatar's age? What is his dream or her desires? What does a day in your customer's avatar's life? What does a day in the person's life look like? What is the preferred what is the person's preferred mode of communication? Where do they congregate? That just means where can you find them? Where do they gather the most? Like the example I was giving, you sell Catholic rosary, you can't go to a mosque to start selling your Catholic rosary. You will most likely go to a Catholic church or where a lot of Catholic people reside. Do you understand? So you go into a Catholic church and I don't know if Catholics have conventions or a yearly annual program. Is there anybody that is Catholic here? Is there anybody that is Catholic here?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so like you guys have like an annual program, right? Like the kind of like how these Pentecostal churches do conventions. Please, what's it called?
Yes.
What's it called, please?
They have different programs. They have Marian pilgrimage. They have a different program. It's not just one.
Okay, good. So let's use that
organized by the diocese.
Okay. So it depends on the diocese. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yes.
Please, okay. Please, change your name from HP. Change it to your real name. It's very important so that when attendance is being taken, do you get? It's very, very important. So change it from HP to your name. Yes, I mean your name is showing HP. Yeah, you check it's showing HP. So change it to your real name.
Okay, to be changed now.
Okay, all right. So thank you for that. So Maria, as she said, Maria pilgrimage will be a perfect place to go and sell your rosary. Do you understand? That would be like where those people are gathered, that would be a perfect place to sell your Catholic rosary. Do you understand? And not the mosque. Do you understand? That's like an example. Congregate. So now, do you understand? about 3-4 years. Then there's another one. Somebody less from an average football fan. Sir, what is your avatar's age? That's your average football fan. Do you understand? You identify your customer avatar. Let's say you sell something that is football related. Do you get? So you want to identify your customer avatar. Like, okay, let me say a bet company now. A bet company will want to target an average football fan. Do you understand? Because they have a higher chance of making money from such a person. So another question is, so an average football fan, what is the customer avatar's age? What is the person's dream and desire? This is for an average football fan. What does a day in the person's life look like? What is the person's preferred mode of communication, and where do they congregate? That kind of person, where will you find the person? Do you understand? So I want two people to try. We'll do two for each. I wrote down several examples so it will be relatable. Like, I know, ladies, don't be angry. Some of you might not watch football. There are other examples for it. So that's why I wrote K-dramas, and I also wrote Big Brother Naija. So now let's two people will try for an average football fan now. So if you want to try, please raise your hand. So I'll call you. You can just open your mic and speak. Okay, Danladi Mohammed. Somebody else should raise his hand. So, okay, I think Chimieze sorry, I don't want to pronounce your name wrong. Maduekwe. I hope I got it right. Chimieze Madueke. Okay.
Maduekwe, sir, you're right. Chimieze Maduekwe.
Okay, so go ahead. After you, Danladi will go. So go.
So I didn't get your question, please.
Yeah. So I was teaching you like identifying your customer avatar. So you with all these questions now, your customer avatar is an average football fan. So now, if you're identifying what is that your customer avatars, or like your target, let me just use another term, your target audience that is a football fan, their average age, the person's dream and desire. What does a day in the person's life look like? What is their preferred form of communication? Where do they congregate?
I'm targeting for audience, my high blood pressure.
I can't really hear you well. Let's down at the just go. I can't hear you. Are you using earpiece or AirPod or AirPod?
I'm using earpiece.
Remove it. It doesn't make you sound. If you're in a meeting, I will advise, if you're in a meeting, not just this meeting, like if you're in any meeting, most times if you're using all these earpiece, AirPod, it doesn't make you very audible. You will hear better, but it will make you very audible if you want to speak. So remove your earpiece and talk without it. You have a lot of background noise. Don't worry, let down like the doors go. Somebody else should try. Mute your mic.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me now?
Okay, I can hear you better now. So go ahead. I can't hear you anymore. Your mic is showing that it is open and then you are talking, but I can't hear you. Just mute your mic. Have you heard? Chimeze, mute your mic. Danladi, please go ahead. Oh wait, let me just mute you from my end. Danladi.
My name is Danlami Mohammed Yaya.
But I'm saying Danladi Mohammed Yaya here now.
You are not pronouncing it correctly, but never mind. Like just like you said, the avatar's age, if it's a football fan, the avatar age should be within 18. For a betting company, should be within 18 to 35.
No, not for a betting company, just an average football fan. Do you understand?
Okay, the avatar age
Don't worry
should be
about
like,
betting company.
okay, an average football fan, let's say 15 to 35. An average football fan.
Okay. All
then
right.
Perhaps his or her dreams and desire, maybe to meet a football star like Cristiano Ronaldo or Lionel Messi, or to make money through football.
Okay, all right, that's not bad. Go on.
And what does a day in his or her life look like? Basically, maybe watching of football highlights, talking about football and different things, watching football matches.
Okay, that's not bad.
And what is the preferred form of communication? For these people within this age bracket, they prefer social media apps, more like
Okay.
Twitter, where they get to connect with other football fans, Facebook, and so on.
Okay, all right. That's
And
also that's good one.
where they congregate, like football groups, Twitter space, and all of that, club websites, and so.
Okay, all right. That's a good one. That's a nice attempt. Somebody raised his hand now. Moses Isaiah.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Okay,
So
sir,
wait. Let me not just say this thing. Let's do it like the way they do all this smart example, that they'll give you simple example, and then your classwork will be hard. So let's make it a bit harder now. So for what club do you support?
Manchester United.
Okay, so and for identifying your customer avatar for an average Manchester United fan.
Okay, for an average Manchester United fan, the avatar's age would be from 15, 16, because like 40.
I cannot hear you anymore. Your line is breaking. Hello?
Okay, so can you hear me,
Yeah,
sir?
it's better. Yeah, it is better now. Go on.
I started supporting Manchester
Hello,
United
Moses.
from
Moses Isaiah.
2015.
I can't hear
Sir,
you.
can you hear
Please,
me?
I can't hear you well. Yeah, I
Can
can
you
hear
hear
you
me,
better
sir?
now.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Use myself as a case study, because I started supporting Manchester United. Manchester United fan would be from 15 to 40.
Okay.
Then their dreams desire would be to meet a Manchester United legend, maybe Rooney or Nassau or Rashford, or yes, the likes of them.
Okay.
Then a day in their life, they would always go back to check the highlights, probably when he carried Carabao Cup or one of the Champions League. Always watching up them and checking stuff like that online, Twitter, Instagram, Telegram, and all that.
Okay, all right.
Then their preferred form of communication is going to be the social media, Instagram, always tweeting stuff about Manchester United, their new players, their new signings, and what they are set out to do next.
Okay.
Then
Then
where
the
they
last
congregate, yeah, it will be more like a viewing center
Okay, that's good.
where yeah, they set to watch match and stuff like that. That's where you congregate more. And if you have anything to sell to them, it will be at that particular spot.
Okay, all right. That's a good one. Okay, so I would have loved to call you Abby Jones, but I don't want us to spend too long. So I'll just go ahead. So you guys tried, that's for Moses and yeah. So the thing is, you guys are thinking it too far. Do you understand? Don't just think grassroots level. Do you get? So now, an average football fan, what is the avatar's age? See, not 15 to 35, not 15 to this thing. Me, for example, I started watching ball from like primary two. Do you understand? And God keep me long. If I live on this earth till age 100, I'll still be watching ball till then. Do you understand? So your avatar's age is as wide as possible, from like up to the age of people, up to, from the age of like consciousness up to death, up to the age of death. Do you understand? So that's your avatar's age for an average football fan. I'm sure if you watch matches in viewing center, if you go to viewing center, you see some children, they are 8 years old. Some follow their brother to watch match. Some they don't even have money to watch match, but they'll be watching through the window or this thing. Some will even be begging the owner of the viewing center that should just allow them. Maybe the match has almost ended, 15 minutes to the end. They will be begging that they should allow them enter. Do you understand? So that's what I mean by you guys are thinking it too fast. So from as young as possible, people watch ball and they watch it up to their old age. So what is his dream and desires? You guys said to meet stars, that's good. But the primary dream and desire of anybody supporting his football club is that his football club does far better than his rivals. An average football fan now, like an average Man U fan, as Moses said, you did not. An average Man U fan wants Chelsea to perform poorly always. Do you understand? An average Man
Very
U
true,
fan,
sir.
yeah,
Very true, sir.
exactly. And an average Chelsea fan too wants Man U to always perform poorly. As Chelsea lost yesterday to West Ham 3-1, I don't support Man U, but I was happy. I support Arsenal. I was happy. Why? Because I don't want my rival teams doing well. Do you understand? So, aside that, an average Man U fan or an average football fan will also want his team to always carry the major trophies. Do you understand? An average Man U fan would want his team to, okay, let's give a realistic target this season. Maybe not win the league. I don't know. Man U might not be able to win the league this season. I don't know. I've not seen the future. But an average Man U fan wants his team to make the top four this season and maybe most likely win another domestic trophy. Or an average Chelsea fan will want his team to return to the Champions League this season. Do you understand? So that's what I'm saying. But you guys are thinking too far. Do you get? Like, those are like their dreams and desires. Do you understand? They just want their team to always perform well, and they always want their rival club to perform poorly. Do you understand? So what does a day in his or her life look like? They are constantly on YouTube. Maybe if they miss a match, they watch highlights. They constantly watch channels like Super Sport. If you guys notice, there's a reason why bet companies, they run their ads a lot on Super Sport and they don't run it on Z World or African Magic. Why? Somebody should answer.
Because a football fan will not actually be watching MZ World. They will rather watch a sports related program.
Daniel, God bless you. What's your name, please? Please mention your name before you answer a question. So
Julius
that,
Victor.
okay, all right, good. So well done, Victory. That makes a lot of sense. You understand? You can't own a bet company now and then you'll be marketing in Z World. Your company will die of bankruptcy. Do you understand? So a day in his or her life look like this. Watching Super Sports, constantly surfs the web to see update on transfer news, know who his club wants to sign. It will be on pages like, that's what I'm saying. You guys are thinking too far. You guys are doing some of these things, but then you didn't think about it. You constantly be on pages of Fabrizio Romano, David Ornstein. Do you understand? Checking for transfer news. Who does my club want to sign? When Chelsea wanted to sign, is anybody a Chelsea fan here? That is like really a Chelsea fan, a strong Chelsea fan. Wow. So we don't have, okay. When Chelsea wanted to sign Caicedo, for example, see, a lot of Chelsea fans were on Fabrizio Romano's pages. Do you understand? They were on David Austin's pages, trying to know that what's going on, keeping up to date. They'll be on his YouTube channel. The ones that don't use YouTube or what's the other one called? That don't use YouTube or Twitter. They'll be on his Instagram channel. Maybe they use Facebook. They'll be on his Facebook channel. Do you understand? So that's what a day in his or a day in their life look like. They are anything around football. They want to feed themselves with it. What is their preferred form of communication? Now, this question is unique because it depends on the audience. If you are selling to the older audience, the generation that don't really use so much smartphone, their preferred form of communication will be how do I put, viewing centers. They will just talk between themselves. Beer parlors, they will just talk between themselves. Do you understand? That's one. But if you're talking to the other younger audience, preferred form of communication, internet generally. You see a lot of them on a football WhatsApp group. Me now, I'm a very big football fan. I'm in a lot of football groups. Do you understand? Yeah, we just talk about football and it's always fun and everything. Do you get? So you see them on you see them on Twitter. Somebody said Twitter Spaces, places where they can share talk. You see some on podcasts, blah blah blah, everywhere like that. Where do they congregate? This one is also unique because it depends on the audience. If it's the generation that doesn't use a lot of smartphone, you see them congregating viewing centers, beer parlors, all these places where they sell sports newspapers, all these complete sports, sporting life, blah blah blah. You see a lot of them congregate there. Do you understand? But if it is the younger audience, where do they congregate? I just give you an example. Fabrizio Romano's comment section, David Onstein's comment section, sports YouTube channels. A lot of them watch sports podcasts, blah blah blah, like that. Do you understand? So I'm just giving this example so you guys will understand better. Do you get? So now let's use another example. Now let's say Big Brother Niger. So one Big Brother is going on now. That's Big Brother All Stars. Good. I've not been watching it, but I came home yesterday and I watched it with my sister. My sister was the one updating me on what's going on at the moment. So now who wants to try? I need two ladies to try for Big Brother, for Big Brother, for Big Brother General, Big Brother Niger. So we've done for football. I'm sure you guys understand because those examples are very relatable. So I need two ladies to try for Big Brother Niger. So if you watch Big Brother here and you're a lady, you can just raise your hand, or then you go, or you just go ahead and answer. No lady here watches Big Brother. Priscilla Chinwe, you don't watch?
Sorry, I don't watch it.
What did he say?
I don't watch Big Brother.
Oh, your network is bad. I can't really hear you. Just
I
mute your
said I
mic.
don't watch it. I don't
Oh,
watch
you don't
it.
watch it. Okay. We don't have
Yes.
anybody. We don't have anybody here that watches it. Let me see. Okay, all right. Let's just go to the next example. So we'll spend ages on that. So now, K-dramas now, Korean movies. Let's do Korean movies since we don't really have ladies here that watch Big Brother Niger. And I just want to give another example that ladies will be able to relate with better. So
Hello,
Korean,
good morning.
good morning. Okay,
Yeah.
Luna
My
Na.
name is Luna Nash. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So go on.
So for K-drama, the avatars is
Please, I
like
cannot hear you. Are you using an earpiece or something? There's like a scratchy sound in your back. I don't know, maybe close to your speaker or something.
can you hear?
Yeah, I can hear you better now.
Yeah.
Go
So
on.
the avatars is like we can some people start watching K-drama from the age of 12 or 13 years.
Okay, that's good.
Still, yeah, but some people don't continue to be a fan of K-drama for a long time. Maybe they'll stop at the age of 25 or 30 years. So
Okay,
what is his or her dreams and desire? Maybe to meet a K-drama star or be a K-drama star herself, or maybe attend the K-pop artists since both of K-pop and K-drama are
okay,
related, or attend the K-pop concerts. So what
okay.
does a day in his or her life look like? Maybe scrolling on the internet, watching short videos about K-drama, watching movies,
Yeah, that's good.
searching for TV channels there, like it's showing right now, a K-drama. What is
Okay,
their preferred form of communication? Probably it's just social media. Where do
yeah,
they congregate? Social media groups, and maybe some in middle or high school, like you see many K-drama fans. So
okay,
that's
that's
it.
all right. That's good. Well done, Luna Nach. Somebody else should try. Another lady. Okay, Julius Victory, please go on.
Okay. Um, I think the place I have a little bit of contradiction would be what their desire are. Now, when you're watching a
Okay,
series, you are already a director of the movie on your own in your
yeah,
house.
that's true.
Times you have these actors or actress that you just want this particular thing to happen. So in a
Yeah,
situation whereby um the storyline is not aligning with what you want to happen, you feel bad. So I think the desire of everyone watching a series is actually wanting the storyline to happen the way he or she wants it to happen. So or she wants it.
I can hear you now.
Okay, I say I feel like the desire of everyone watching a series is actually wanting the storyline to go alongside what you want. Like you
What
want
you
it to
want,
just
yeah.
shoot into what you want. So when it doesn't happen that way, you tend to feel bad some kind of way.
Okay, all right, that's good. So go on.
And that's the only thing I have objection with. Every other thing she said, I agree. Like where they meet on social
Okay,
media.
okay. Okay, all right. So this is also another example, but this is more direct. Like as Lunanat said earlier on, what is your avatar's age? See, most people start watching K-dramas. It mostly starts from teenage years. Do you understand? So when I was in secondary school in junior class, then a lot of ladies started talking about K-dramas. Do you understand? Then in class, they will come and start talking about it. But then the thing is, a lot of people outgrow it. Do you understand? A lot of ladies talking about it now when they are in their 50s, 40s. Some might watch you, but a lot will drop it off along the way. Do you understand why? Because they are more mature now. Do you get? Because teenage girls are more dreamy and everything. Do you understand? So what is your avatar's age? This one will most likely be from teenage girls maybe till like late or mid-20s. That's for your avatar's age. What is their dreams and desires? As Victory said, they want the movie to go. Let's say they are watching a series now. They've not completed that series. Maybe they are waiting for season 2, blah blah blah, like that. They want the series to go as they want. Do you understand? Another dream and desire they have is like then guys, please, when you are choosing all these things, they have to be realistic dream and desire. Like a lot of teenage girls now, they want to marry the K-drama guys they are watching, but those are not realistic dream and desires. You get? So their dream and desires are they want to see as they want to watch the movies that their favorite Korean actor has acted in again. Do you understand? Like if Limio drops a movie today now, a lot of ladies will go and find out they will watch it. Do you guys understand? So what does a day in his or in their life look like? Luna Nach also said something that a day in their life, they watch a lot of short clips online, TikTok, YouTube shorts about Korean dramas. And why do they do that? So that they will know which series is interesting again to watch. Me too, I used to castigate Korean dramas before. I didn't like them, but that COVID-19 year, my sister has influenced me to do a lot of things in this life. She was trying to like then I watched a lot of movies then. I also read a lot of books. That was even when I started learning copywriting, 2020, that COVID year. So I read a lot of books, watched a lot of movies, and then I'd watch a lot of movie on my laptop. And then because you can't just watch single movies now because you have a lot of time and everything. So I wanted to watch series. And I didn't really like American series because they always end up spoiling it. And I wanted to watch series that are short. Most Korean series are always like 16 episodes now. I hope I'm right. They're always like 16 episodes. So I would collect them from my sister and I'll watch. And then I noticed that these things were actually interesting. And since then I've been watching. Do you understand? Generally, me, I watch anything aside Z World. Me, I don't really discriminate when it comes to movies. So now what I now do is because I download Korean movies and watch, I download and watch. So what I do is if I want to watch, excuse me, I might download TikTok and then I'll just search Korean movies. You see a lot of accounts showing you short clips from Korean movies. Mute your mic. Please, we are not speaking. Mute your mic. Benjamin, mute your mic, please. Tommy, let me mute him from my end. Okay, has muted his mic. Okay, so let's go on. So I watch a lot of short clips online, and then I see some that they recommended. Even yesterday, I even still watch one, and they recommended. I don't remember the title. I think Queen something. That one girl traveled back in time. Yeah, one guy was a chef, then he traveled back in time, and then he was in the body of a girl. Blah blah blah, stuff like that. There was also another one girl that wanted to write her exam. and then she traveled back in time and stuff like that. Do you understand? And I wrote it down. I was going to download it. Do you get? So that's how they spend the day in their life. Do you understand? They follow all these accounts that recommend Korean movies. They're in Korean groups. They're in groups where they can talk about Korean movies, blah, 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 things like that. Do you understand? Then what's their preferred form of communication? Just generally social media. Do you understand? You rarely see people that don't use social media watching Korean movies. Do you get? So then where do they congregate? Any place they can get update about social media. As I told you yesterday, as I told you that yesterday, I was checking some short listing. Where do they congregate? You see them on YouTube channels that tell them about Korean movies, or TikTok accounts that tells them about updates on Korean movies, blah blah blah, like that. So I just showed you guys this example. Why? So that to make it relatable, so you understand that okay, oh, this is how I can identify my customer avatar. Do you understand? And one good thing is that once you've identified your customer avatar, your job then becomes far, far easier. Your job then becomes far, far easier. So now you can start writing your copy from how you've identified your customer avatar. And to write your copy, you start from the most important part of the copy. So, but I'm going to come back to that. But before that, let me show you guys this. So looking at this book, let me put my screen on full screen. Looking at this book, who can tell me what this book is about? Guys,
It's a romantic book. It's about love.
okay, please don't forget, once you want to answer a question, say your name before you answer. So that if I want to address anyone, I will address you by your name. Okay, it's about love. That's a good one. Who was that? Paul, that was
Precious Moine.
Okay, Precious Moine. Okay, somebody else should try.
Damola. I'm Damola by name.
Damola, okay. Go on.
Yeah, it's about relationship.
Relationship. All right. Somebody else should try.
I think it's about connecting with different people and across the connection now.
Okay. All right.
My name is Abdulrahman.
Yeah. Okay. Go
My name
on.
is Abdulrahman. It's about logic and emotion.
Logic and emotion.
Like humans,
Okay.
logic and emotion. Yes.
Okay. All right. Why are the ladies on this group not? Okay. Go on. Jones.
Moses.
I think it's about finding yourself before finding love.
Okay, finding yourself before finding love. Okay, not bad. Moses Isaiah.
Yeah, Moses Isaiah. Okay. So I think it's about scientific love. Maybe scientists that fell in love.
Okay. All right. So the thing is, okay. Benson. Your
Yeah,
first name is also your last name.
yes, that's right.
Wow.
I'm like,
Okay. All right.
I think it's a book about romance.
Romance. Okay. All right. That's good, guys. That's good. So then look at this book, guys. What do you think this book is about? This one. Hey, guys.
I think the book is just from the name, how to satisfy a woman. It's just like how to make someone want more of you.
Okay, good. Benson.
Okay, I feel this book has to do with a sexual book that has to teach men how to by the and all that.
Okay, all right. Ebzy Jones, go on.
Okay, I think this book has to do more about intimacy.
Okay, all right. Intimacy between partners. I'm guessing that's what you want to say. Yeah, you were raising your hand, but then you dropped it. Okay, so Favor Silas.
I think the book is about sexual relationship, intimacy, and critical thinking.
Okay, all right. That's also another good attempt. So when I showed you guys this book, you guys were confused. Some of you were saying about a scientific club, some were saying about romance, love, discovering yourself before this thing. But when I showed you guys this, you knew what it was about. And do you guys know that this book here is the same book here? The only thing that was changed is just the title. So this book here, this astrological love here, is the same book here, How to Satisfy a Woman Every Time and Have Her Beg for More. So what happened? The author, Nora Aiden, that's her name. When she wrote this book, she struggled. I think the first 2 years, she struggled to sell up to 5,000 copies. No, she struggled to sell 3,000 copies. And later on, she had to give out the remaining 2,000 copies for pennies. So what then happened? A New York author read her book, and the New York publisher read her book. And then when he read it, it was like, wow, the content of this book is actually very good, and it's something that will benefit people. So what did he do? He just changed the title from Astrological Love to How to Satisfy a Woman Every Time and Have Her Beg for More. And what happened? The book that struggled to sell 5,000 copies in 2 years, just in 1 year, just in 18 months, sold 2.3 million copies. And the content inside was not changed. Nothing was changed. It was just the title that was changed. Do you understand? It was not even the picture that made the difference. So this one has image of someone. This one does not have any image. This one even has finer design than this one. But yet, this had more copy. Why? Because this book here is not, if you are working in a bookstore, this book here is not something that you see and then it will draw your attention like crazy. If you're an advanced reader, maybe yes. But then even somebody that is not a reader, if you're working in a bookstore, I know bookstore is not a thing anymore now, but is it bookstore or bookshops, if they call it? I don't remember. I know it's not really a thing anymore now, but I'm just using it as an example. Let's say you are just working the same way you go to supermarkets and then you shop for whatever groceries. I beg, when I'm saying groceries now, I'm not saying Gario, I beg you. So whatever this thing you want to shop for, whatever grocery you want to shop for, let's say that same way you walk into a bookshop and then you are checking for, oh, what book can I even read that will benefit me? Except you're a reader, that's when you see this book and carry it and be like, wow, let me read it. But then once you see this one, if you're a man, you want to read it. Do you understand why? Because the title is even calling on you. How to Satisfy a Woman Every Time and Have Her Beg for More. The first and only book that tells you exactly how. Do you understand? Even though you don't have money to buy it, you most likely, what's it called? You most likely go online looking for the free PDF. You try and skim through it so that it will really be beneficial to you. And if you don't have money to buy it, you probably, when you get home, you probably go online and be checking through and see that. So you most likely go online and be checking through, and then to confirm that this thing, to confirm whether you'll be able to find it online. Do you understand? So when I was telling you the most important part of your copy, the most important part is your headline, your title. Whatever it is that people see first, that's the most important part. Why? Because that is what will draw people's attention before they read whatever it is that you've written towards your target audience, and that will make them buy. Do you understand? So now, after you've first of all, I showed you identifying your customer avatar. After you've identified your customer avatar, and now you already know the most important part of your copy, which is the headline. That's why I showed you the example of this book. Guys, can you hear me? I want to be sure I've not been talking to myself since morning. Okay,
Yes,
good.
we can hear you, sir.
Okay, good.
Yes, we can
Perfect.
hear you.
Perfect. Okay. So, and you know, okay, the most important part of the copy is the headline. That's why I showed the example of this book, and I need to write a good headline. The next thing is you now, because I'm not just teaching you this to teach you all this, I'm teaching you so that when you enter Janice, you'll be able to write something well. Do you understand? So now the next thing is identifying your Janice customer avatar. I've shown you here identifying your customer avatar. We use example of football, and then we use example of Korean. Mustafa, mute your mic, please. Please mute your mic. Okay, so let's proceed. So now, we use example of a football fan and a K-drama fan. Do you understand? So identifying your customer avatar. So now to identify Jani's customer avatar. So now we sell 3 major products. We have multiple products depending on this thing. We sell products for high blood pressure. We sell products that tackle high blood pressure. We sell products that tackle diabetes, and we sell products that tackles arthritis. Arthritis is chronic joint pain for people that don't know what it is, especially in older people. Do you get? So now, just the way I called you guys, and then you did for football and K-dramas, identifying your customer avatar. Now I want to do identifying Janice's customer avatar for each of the conditions: high blood pressure, diabetes, and arthritis. So I need two people to try. How should we do two or one? Let's do two. So we'll get different approaches. I don't want to spend so long. So I need I need two people to try for each of those conditions. 2 people will try for diabetes, 2 people will try for high blood pressure, and 2 people will try for arthritis. That's chronic joint pain in most especially adults. Then high blood pressure is also hypertension. Diabetes is also high blood sugar, in case you don't know. So if you want to try, first of all, let's go for high blood pressure. If you want to try, please raise your hand. So I need 2 people, but you can raise your hand if you want to try for high blood pressure. I'll start calling names. So let me put this on full screen. Who wants to try? Okay, Danladi, Mohammed. Yeah. Okay, say your name is not this thing. Okay.
Okay.
So
okay,
go
sir.
ahead, try for high blood pressure.
Okay, for high blood pressure, you say what pain are they going through physically?
Yes.
It tends to affect them physically, because if you have high blood pressure, it tends to do with your thinking and some other factors. So it will affect the way you look physically. Maybe perhaps if you are fat, you might become slimmer or something like that.
Okay. All right. Try again. Give another example.
Okay, of physical.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say like you tend to be in always, like you always be in a thinking phase, so like somebody who thinks too much.
Yeah,
or dull, kind of.
But that's not really under physical. Let me give you an example of physical pain that people with high blood pressure go through. They might just start having chest pain around that their heart region. Sometimes they feel tightness in their chest. So sometimes you even see some beating their chest like this. Do you understand? Another physical pain, headache. Do you get? Some experience constant headache. Another physical pain. Let me see. It's been a while that I worked on high blood pressure. Let me try and remember another physical pain. They go through blurry vision. That's also another one. Do you understand? Okay, so go on. You just keep doing the remaining. I just wanted to help you out with that.
Okay. You said what has the pain caused them psychologically?
Yeah.
I think that's thinking and all that.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
Say, what have they used? Trying to get rid of their pain. They would have used different drugs.
Okay.
Some of them might not even know that they have high blood pressure at first.
keep going. Keep going. I can't hear you from my end
Doctor,
though. From Yaya's
can you hear
end.
me? Can you hear me?
I'm done like this. I'm sorry, my line broke, so I wasn't hearing you well. The last thing I heard was some of them I don't even know they have high blood pressure.
Okay. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So go on, please.
Okay. You said, how has the pain affected their lifestyle? Definitely, just like some of the things that they have to get rid of, some of them it has been their lifestyle since the beginning of their tender age. Some persons might used to the kind of food that they eat for a very long time. It has been part of their culture. No, culture is a lifestyle. So it has been part
Yeah.
of their culture. They have to let that go. So in a way, it has affected their lifestyle.
Okay.
And they
Go
say,
on.
what is their desire? What do they wish for? Their desire is obviously to get rid of high blood pressure.
Okay.
I say, where do they congregate?
Where do they congregate?
Most times you see them in the hospital or you foster homes where you usually keep old people.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Some
true.
place of work, business areas, you get them, and their age
Yeah.
maybe like from 35 to 60 plus.
Yeah. That's a good one. Okay, continue. Okay, their age. Oh, you've done their age. Okay, good. So I would have loved to call Lunanach because ladies have not really been raising their hand, but Ujulu Atimlen has been raising his hand this morning. So go ahead, Ulu Atimlen. You do for diabetes, Lunanach.
Okay, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go on.
Number one, what are the pain? What are the pain they are going through physically? Those are like chronic pain. Can you hear me, sir?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you. What kind of chronic pain?
So they go through some of them have physical limitations because due to that pain, they have trouble maybe doing some work. Due to that chest pain, they have trouble doing some work and some things, and some has sleeping disturbances. I mean, they have trouble sleeping due to those
Yeah, that's also
pain,
another good
that
one.
chest.
That's restlessness. Yeah, that's good. Continue.
Okay, and what is the number two? What are the pain cause them psychologically? Um, some of them, like I said, some of them have trouble sleeping. So when they wake up, they have trouble to think. They have trouble thinking normally. They don't think well, and that really caused them so much pain in the with them psychologically.
Okay, all right. Continue.
What have they used trying to get rid of their pain? Some of them have tried different medical like drugs. Some of them drink some. They go to buy herbal mixtures. So
Yeah,
so so what have they let go trying to get rid of their pain? Mostly is finance, which is maybe money and all
no,
this.
sorry. You didn't get this question. You didn't get this question. The question, what have they let go of? Like, let me just put since they had to stop because they had the condition. So in this case now, like somebody that has high blood pressure, what has the person what how do I phrase the question, the statement now? What the person has had to stop because the person now has high blood pressure. Do you get?
Uh, okay, sir. So like I said, because of the pain, they have trouble doing physical work. So some of them don't go to maybe workplaces due to their pain, or they have to drop um some of the side hustles or works they're doing,
Okay,
so
all
that
right.
due to the pain. How have the pain affected their lifestyle? So the same thing, like you don't some of them don't work, so some of them are mainly on the bed or trying to or sit in one place. They don't go out like that, and um they're mainly inside they're mainly inside, just sitting, don't do anything. What is the design?
Okay.
What is the design? What they wish for? Some they know what high blood pressure is, so some they wish that the desire is to get healed. Many of them
Okay.
don't to where they congregate. Most of them look for emotional support, or some of them look hospitals.
Okay.
Um, and what is their age? Mainly from age 30 to 60 plus.
Okay, all right. That's good. That's good. So if you raise your hand, don't worry, I'll still call you. You do other examples. So the thing is, you guys tried, but for high blood pressure, what pain do they go through physically? Let me give you some. I want us to be fast so we can end the class as soon as possible. What pain do they go through physically? That one, don't think too far. What's just saying? Physical pain, constant fatigue. Do you understand? They can't do physical activities. They cannot run well. Why? Because if they run well, their BP will rise again. So they are scared to do some physical activities. So restlessness, constant fatigue, um, tightness of the chest, headaches, blurry visions. That's part of the examples of physical pain they go through. What has the pain caused them psychologically? They are scared that they might die and leave their family behind. Do you understand? They can't eat some things they used to enjoy eating again before. Do you understand? They feel like they're a burden to their family. They have to be monitoring BP every maybe every two days. They cannot do what they want. They can't do physical activities anyhow they want. So it's um how do I put excuse me, sorry. So they can't just do anything. They have to be watching everything. It's kind of like you don't, how do I put it now? Somebody that is obese now, and then the person has to be watching weight, the person cannot eat anything. The friends can just go and they can just eat, can go to any restaurant and eat chicken, but the person is scared that if she eats it now, she's going to gain so calories. So no freedom to do what they want. They feel like they're in bondage. That's what of the psychological pain. This this is also emotional pain. Do you understand? What have they used trying to get rid of the pain? Several pills for high blood pressure, several agbo, several herbal concussions. Do you guys understand? What have they let go of trying to get rid of pain? You guys, you tried for this, but a lot of the two of you missed it. They cannot eat salt. They cannot eat maggi. I'm sure some of you have older people around you. They cannot eat salt anyhow. They cannot eat. Let me. Who answered the question? No. Let me scroll down. Hey, Simio, why can't I find? Okay, Ojolu Atimleyin, do you have older people around you like that you live with daily?
Yes, sir.
Can they eat salt anyhow or maggi anyhow?
No, no, sir.
Exactly. Why? Because a lot of them are monitoring their BP. They can't just eat anything that younger people can eat. So part of what they have let go of is they cannot eat, they have to be sleeping early. They can't sleep late because if they sleep late, it will spike up their blood pressure. They cannot eat red meat because red meat has the potential to really increase high blood pressure. They can't eat maggi anyhow. They cannot eat salt anyhow. Even if they want to eat salt, they have to eat sea salt. Do you get? Like my mom now, she likes using sea salt. If she does not use sea salt, she will most likely not put, put very tiny salt, not this processed salt. You understand? That's part of what have they let go of trying to get rid of their pain. has the pain affected their lifestyle? You can use this example I gave above to say it. Someone that cannot eat salt, someone that cannot eat maggi, if the person goes to parties now. That's what I'm saying. You guys are thinking too far. And one thing about copywriting is you have to write in a way that people will be able to relate to. Do you understand? So someone that cannot eat maggi, that cannot eat salt now, that cannot eat red meat, if the person goes for one bed, they will not be able to eat. They will be saying, mommy, she wants to serve you. Some of you might not be Yoruba, but I'll still interpret it. Mommy, she wants to serve you. Daddy, she wants to serve you. Want to serve her, they'll be lying. Or don't worry, I'm okay. What I just said is like, Mom, have they served you here? Have they served you? Have they given you food? Some of them will be lying. Why? Because cannot just eat red meat like that. They cannot eat food that normal party food now, they will over season it. They can't just eat it because they are watching their health. They cannot eat food that have too much oil or all the things they used to do before. Maybe the person has an habit of sleeping late before. The person cannot sleep late. Maybe the person was an alcoholic or somebody that drinks alcohol. The person cannot drink alcohol again. Even soft drinks, you can't just go and drink any this thing. Do you get? That's part of how it has affected their lifestyle. What is their desire? What do they wish for? Simple. They want to have a normal blood pressure. Where do they congregate? Wherever they can find solution. Comment section of authority figures in that niche, like some popular doctors. You see them in physical seminars, pages that give tips on how to manage their high blood pressure, Facebook pages that are where they can meet like-minded people and share their experiences. What is their age? 30 plus, 30, 60 plus, like that. Do you understand? Now, people are having high blood pressure younger because of how, especially people that are in Lagos. Do you understand? An average person that is in Lagos will most likely have high blood pressure. Because why? They sleep late, they wake up early, go to work, working away. So that stress will compound over the years and it will raise their blood pressure. So that's that. So for diabetes now, I'm seeing 2 hands raised now. So Lunanat, go on.
So for diabetes, what pain are they going through physically? So maybe they might be having headache, they might be feeling weak, they may be feeling dizzy. Sometimes they will
Yeah,
just
that's good.
faint.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
so what has the pain caused them psychologically? They might start overthinking, feeling depressed, thinking of ways how to solve this issue. So what
Okay.
have they used trying to get rid of their pain? Maybe they have tried several medicine and herbal medicine. They might
Yeah.
have undergone some diets. So what have they let go of trying to get rid of their pain? Maybe they have tried to stop taking sugary food, high fat food, or high
Yeah.
carb food, all of that. So how has the pain affected their lifestyle? So sometimes if they just maybe get angry or annoyed, they might faint. They
Yeah,
cannot
that's
do any hard job. They cannot travel any place they wish for. They cannot eat all the food they want. So what is their desire? What they wish for? Their desire is just to get rid of their illness.
yeah.
So where do they congregate? In hospitals, in health clinics? What is their age? Maybe 40 and above.
Okay, all right. Well done. That's a very good one. That's a good one. Wait, it's like you have somebody, it's like you know somebody that has diabetes.
Yeah, my cousin died of diabetes.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry about that. So, okay. Julius Victory, please go on.
Okay. Diabetes. Okay, the physical effects is that they might have that has diabetes. So numbness of the face. Sometimes they complain that they don't feel pain, they don't feel anything, maybe their
Yeah,
legs,
God bless you.
their
Like
hands.
their senses become numb.
Yes. And
Yeah, they
then
won't be able to feel their hands, their legs. Go on.
urinating frequently. That should be under psychological. I don't know if it's a pain physical, maybe under psychological.
They'll be eating frequently.
They urinate frequently,
That
yeah.
urinating frequently. That's physical. That's physical.
That's physical, okay. Urinating frequently, and then under psychological depression, they are always depressed. Their low quality of life is making them
Yeah.
always Yes, in as much as, because most times they see something they want to eat, but because they are sick, they can't eat it. They tend to feel isolated and depressed when they are among people that don't suffer the same illness with
Yeah,
them.
exactly. Especially if they're around kids that can just chunk up
Yes,
any ice cream, any this thing. Yeah.
yes, exactly. Then what have they used? A lot of drugs, recommendations from left, right, and center, herbal drugs, lot of pills and all. They've tried
Yeah.
everything they feel like
Then
can help.
Agbojedi is one very popular one
Yeah,
that
all
they
those.
use.
And then, and what have they let go? They've let go of their old lifestyle that they are used to. They're now trying to adapt into the new lifestyle that the illness has given them, in as much as in a way that they can't eat what they want. They only eat what they are required of to eat.
Yeah.
That's one let go of. And then how has it affected their lifestyle? It has, just like when you say someone that had high blood pressure in an
Yeah.
way and eats food. The same thing with them. They don't eat starchy food. Carbohydrate is reduced to the minimum because
Yeah.
the issue of them taking insulin, injected insulin, so they
Yeah.
have to stop eating a lot of things. Like my auntie doesn't even eat a ripe plantain. If she has to eat, it has to be unripe plantain.
Yeah,
No,
because it's not sweet.
yes, she has her own kind of rice she eats. So when we cook our normal rice, we cook her own kind of rice. She eats. What is their
Hello?
desire?
Yeah.
Hello?
Okay, go on. I can hear you better now.
Okay. What is their desire? The only thing they desire for is that the illness go. Like anything they can do, anything they can actually give
Yeah.
to and to take away that illnesses. That's the only thing they desire for. Then where do they congregate? In the hospital, anywhere they shall talk about a solution to their
Yeah.
illness, you
Yes.
definitely find it there. Then their age, 45 and above, like that.
Okay. All right. So that's a good one. That's a good one. But for age, I'm coming, please. Okay, for age, one thing you should know is like now people having diabetes younger. I don't know, maybe because of like nowadays we are eating a lot more processed food. So people having that, you might see somebody that is 25 with diabetes. It might not be type 2 diabetes yet, it might not be as deadly yet, but then you see people with diabetes. You get so those things are important. Then also like how the pain has affected their lifestyle. One thing you guys might notice that maybe your aunties, your uncles, your dads and mom, like if you are eating at home like this, like you have to cook the meal in a way, like if you stay with your parents, you have to cook the meal in a way that they would it will be good for their health, but you would not enjoy it. So maybe it will not have enough salt, it might not have enough Maggi. Let's say you make something, you can't really put sugar inside because of this thing. Do you understand? So that also affects them. Do you understand? They don't want you to be eating something like that. But because of their health condition, that is why they do such. Do you understand? So this is a very, very, I like the way you guys do, Victory and Lunanach. I like the way the examples you give. Perfect. Those are like perfect examples. So now let's go to the last one, and that's arthritis. So raise your hand if you want to try for arthritis. Arthritis. Maybe I'll raise your hand so we can go on faster. Okay. Chimezie, Julius Victory again, then Chimezie. Okay. Or if I don't see any hands after Chimezie speaks, maybe Julius Victory will go. So go on, Chimezie.
Okay, sir. People that have arthritis, their pain, most times they have pain physically, their
Yeah.
body, they have physical pain in their body, psychologically,
No,
they
like
are
don't just say
depressed.
be specific. Be specific with the pain. they have pain in their body. Anybody that you are not being specific, anybody can have pain in his body. I agree, they have pain in their body, true, but be specific. What kind of pain? Where exactly do they feel this pain?
Okay, they have pain mostly at the joints.
Yeah,
Mostly
God
at the
bless you.
joints.
Yes.
Sometimes it affects their eyes. You can see them scratching their skin. Sometimes they have itches in their eye.
Yeah.
And after applying all sorts of drop and every other thing, the pain will still remain there. They'll be referred to many drugs. And most times after applying it, if they don't get the right drug to deal with the arthritis, the pain will still be there.
Okay, all right. That's good. Go on.
Now, psychologically, it makes them feel depressed because most times they cannot really congregate with their fellows when they reach, especially when the weather is humid or when it's raining. They don't really go out to the rain. They avoid cold weathers.
God bless you. That's one. God bless you. And why is that? Can you tell us why?
Sir?
Can you tell us why they can't really go out? You said they can't really go out
because
cold weathers.
Because why they cannot go out to the cold weather? Because the cold weather affects their condition. Because it enhances their arthritis. That's why they avoid cold weather.
That's good. But let me explain better so that other people will understand before you go on. So one thing you should know is during warm weather, normally your muscles and your body tissue they would expand because of the heat. If you didn't go to science class, you might not understand well. They will expand because of the heat. But during cold weather, you even see your skin, cold weather, your skin shrink like this. So the cartilage at their joints too will shrink. So it will now worsen their arthritis. Why? Because their joints will now be touching more and be causing them even more pain. Do you understand? In cold weather, all your muscles will shrink, your cartilages will shrink. That's why they experience more pains. You get. So continue. That's a good one. Continue,
okay,
please.
What they get rid of. They get rid of cold weather. Most
No. You are missing this. You are missing what they got rid of. That's maybe habits, maybe lifestyle, food that they've gotten rid of. You get. They can't get rid of the cold weather. You get. Yeah.
Okay. Now, what they get rid of cold drinks like yogurt. They don't go for ice block, anything ice. All these yogurt, they don't avoid cold drinks. They don't have to put their food in the fridge. They avoid AC. They don't expose their body to cold weather. Maybe when in their room now you on AC, they will be like, turn the AC off. It's really affecting me.
Yes.
They avoid the fan. So these are the things they get rid of.
Okay, that's good. Continue.
Hello, sir.
Sorry, you answered 4 before 3. So now you said what they've let go of. Now say what they've used trying to get rid of the pain.
Okay, what they do trying to get rid of the pain.
Yeah, what they've used, or what they've done too. That also works.
Okay, they get the necessary drugs for themselves in order to get rid of the arthritis.
Say those drugs. Don't just say necessary drugs. Say those drugs you get.
Okay. Most times it's paragesic,
Okay.
something like arthritic care. They take arthritic care. Sometimes they take ibuprofen. It helps.
That's good. Ibuprofen, there's diclofenac, several painkillers. That's a good example.
All those painkillers. And sometimes they wear pullover in order to keep their body warm, so that they will not be affected by weather.
It's like you also know somebody that has arthritis.
No. Actually, I've underwent training for chemist store. So that's why I have experience.
Wow, that's good. We are experts here. That's good. Okay, all right. Then continue, please.
Now, how has the pen affect their lifestyle, right?
You didn't say one common thing they use. You didn't say one common thing
Sir?
they use. They are very, very common.
Okay, one common thing they use.
Yes.
Mm,
Don't worry, if you don't
Different
remember,
bands.
just continue.
Different bands.
Yeah, God bless you. Balms, rub and
yes. That escaped my
rub.
mind.
Yeah, those
Okay,
are
they use palm. Yes, it escaped my mind.
exactly. Rub and abukiniki. Those ones are like the cheapest solutions that are very common that they use. Okay, all right.
Yes.
Some also go for what have they used? Some also go for massage therapies. You get that's also, but I think those are the more wealthy ones. You get. So continue.
Now, what lifestyle they should avoid, right?
No,
Okay,
how the pain has affected their lifestyle.
How it affected their lifestyle. It actually restrict them from some activities. Like if they are the type that love swimming, they'll no longer go swimming because when being in the water for so long, they will likely be affected by the ailment. And again, when it's running, if they're the type that maybe normally they like to enjoy coming out when it's running, to have their shower or to take some sports like football. Now they'll be restricted because when they're in the pitch playing football and it's running, they will be much affected.
Yeah, that's
They
good.
like to do indoor activities most times. You see them from office to their house, from their house, or when they're coming to a gathering, they'll make sure that place is not. They'll make sure that place is conducive for them. They will not actually engage themselves in everything that normal people engage themselves with.
Okay, all right. That's good. That's good. Continue.
Now, their desire and what they wish for. They wish that the ailment leaves them.
Yeah, this one is very simple. It's just when
they wish that it leaves them completely. That's why they will apply all sorts of medication in order to see they can get rid of the ailment.
Yes. Okay, continue.
Now, going to where they congregate, they'll make sure that place is conducive for them. They like
you are missing this one. You are missing this one. Let me put it like this. Where can you find them? Like, where can you find plenty people like that? Or like, where would you do that? Yeah.
Okay. Actually gather most times in the hospital or any place healthcare advice is being given.
Yeah, that's good.
In
Like
you said to maintain their life.
Good. Like you said now that you once worked in a pharmacy. For example, now that's an example of a place they congregate. Do you get? Continue.
Okay. And when you see them on social media, they belong to groups, to a health solution groups.
Yeah.
Where they can get information on how to deal with their ailment.
Yes, that's a good one. Okay. All right. That's good.
Now,
well done. Okay. Yes. Continue their age. They continue
their
now.
age. Most times, they're aged people, like from 40. Okay, let me say from 30, because arthritis most times it doesn't really show on early age. Though most people have it, it's inborn in them, but because of their young age, it doesn't really affect them much. But when they're getting age, like from 40, you see it manifesting. Like those days, I know of one of my younger sisters that have arthritis. While she was still young, it wasn't really showing on her. She was normal, doing all form of things with her age mess. Sometimes even after going through the rain and all that things, when she comes up, you see her body, some parts of her body will swell up. After some while, she go down on its own without applying any medication. But now that she has grown to of age, you see her avoiding some things. So most times I can say that is the age people from 40 at least it will start disturbing them.
Yeah.
So if I'm to target my audience now, target it at like from 40 up.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Well done. That's perfect. So for this age now, there's a reason why it affects older people more. And why is that? Because their cells don't regenerate as fast as younger people, and they don't involve themselves in as much physical activity as younger people. Do you get? A younger person now will most likely do a lot more physical activity, and the joints will be much more active compared to an older person. Then the cell can always regenerate afresh. That's why a younger person might not experience it as more as this thing. But there are also rare cases of younger people having severe arthritis. You get? So that's a good one, Chimeze. Well done. So somebody was raising a hand, I think Julius Victory. So do your own. So just continue from there. Chimeze, you can mute your mic now.
Okay, sir.
Julius Victory.
He has literally said everything I want to say. That's why I lowered my hand so that it won't look like
Okay.
a repetition.
Okay, all right. So that's good. Then I want to ask this question. Between men and women, who has arthritis more? I'm asking everybody generally now.
Men.
Women.
Men? Okay. Women.
It's women. It's women.
Women.
Women. It's women.
Okay, all
Women,
right.
sir.
Okay, all right. So it is actually women. Men also have it, but it's actually women. Who can tell me why it is mostly women? There are
I
several
think
reasons.
I think it's for me. I think it's because of because of delivery stuff like that.
Yeah, childbirth is one reason. That's good. Childbirth is one reason. Somebody else.
I think they go through a lot of stress more than men.
Okay, all right. That's also another one. Abutu Queen. Abutu Queen, talk now. You're raising your hand, but you're not saying anything.
Sorry. They go through a lot of pain, like childbirth, menopause, and the rest.
Yeah.
So those
Okay,
things cause
that's good.
arthritis.
Continue. I'm listening now.
You just said which gender,
No,
women,
you were
and the
saying
reason.
something
That was
before.
what I stated.
Okay,
Sir?
all right. Don't worry. Please mute your mic. Yeah, so it is mostly women. Why? Majorly because of childbirth. Childbirth affects, not that it really affects them, especially women that have children at a later age. You get, then aside that, another reason why is because women's bone structure is not designed for so much serious activities like men's bone structure are. So if a woman does some kind of physical activities, like if she did it in her younger years, it might take a toll. Like some serious physical activity might take a toll in her later years. So because of bone structure. Another reason why is because women don't involve themselves in as much physical activity when they are younger, like playing sport and everything. And if you don't do that, your tissues will be getting weaker. Your bones will be getting weaker over time. So it also takes the toll on them later on in life. Another thing that also affects that is because from waist down, and so that's why most women that have arthritis is mostly at the leg, the waist, the knee, the ankle. Why? Because from waist down, women carry more weight than men does on their body. Do you understand? So more of like gravity affects them. Let me just explain like this. Because they carry more weight, they have more gravitational pull from their waist down, and it puts much more pressure on their leg compared to men. Do you understand me? So later on in life, it will not start affecting their knee, their waist, and leg. That's why if you see a lot of women with big bum now, like you see some of them now, you see some that when they grow older, like they'll be struggling to walk, be struggling to sit down safe with wahala and everything. To stand up from a chair will be a problem. Why? Because of waist pain, knee pain, and ankle pain, because there's so much pressure from waist down. Do you get? That's why a lot of those women that they had this thing when they were younger. When they grow older, they'll be like, oh, it's like they are carrying a body around. Do you get? So that's also another reason why women have much more distance. But the major reason is because women's bone structure does not develop as much as men. And so if they are doing a lot of physical activity, they are not, don't let me put it like that. They are doing tedious activities. Don't let me say physical activities. It will take a toll on them later in life. When I did my NYC, I did my NYC in a village in Ebonyi, Ugulango. Most of the people there, majority of the population are older people, and a lot of them are farmers. So the thing is, a lot of them have arthritis because farmers will put a lot of pressure on their waist, on their knee, and all their joints. So a lot of them have arthritis. Arthritis is like a common thing for older people, and it is mostly women. Why? Because women do a lot of farm work. They carry all these heavy hoes, make ridges and everything. And then later on in life, if men also do that same thing, it would affect the men, but it will not affect them as much as a woman doing that same thing. Do you understand? So this is how you can identify your customer avatar. This is how you can identify your Chinese customer avatar. And why is it important to do this? It is important to do this so that excuse me, it is important to do this so that when you are writing your copy, you can write something that your customer will resonate with, your customer will connect with. Do you understand? Number one step in the most important thing in copywriting is that your audience connects to whatever you are writing emotionally. If they don't connect emotionally, they can never buy what you are selling, or they will never order what you are selling. They have to be able to see yourself in their story. Sometimes we'll write and we'll run ads on Facebook, and then some people message you, or some people will be like, it's like you are saying my life story. Do you understand? Because once you start saying all those things, they'll be like, I'm seeing myself in this copy. That I cannot eat salt, I cannot eat Maggi because I have high blood pressure. I'm always going to the pharmacy to buy rub and balm because I have arthritis. I cannot go out in the cold. So it will be like you're speaking to them. And once they can connect emotionally, you can make them pay for whatever it is that you are selling. It's just like you're watching a movie too. If you are watching a movie, you have to connect emotionally for you to be interested in that movie. You cannot go, how do I put it now? For you to be interested in that movie, especially all these series. If you are not interested, if you don't connect emotionally, after watching season 1, you most likely not watch season 2. It will end there, and you feel like you've wasted your time. So it is important that you can achieve that with your copywriting. So now, to answer all these questions now, let's say, okay, you already know these are the questions I need to ask. So to answer them now, you don't know how to answer them. Let's say you want to sell a product you're not familiar with, like Luna, Natch, and Julius. They give us some very good examples on diabetes, for example now. Why? Because they've had personal experiences. Luna Nat's cousin, Julius's auntie, you get. So the thing is why. So now they might need to sell something that they are not so familiar with. So how do they get all these questions answered? So this is how they can get the answer. They can use these platforms. Let me add now. You can even add ChatGPT. Let me add ChatGPT now. Sometimes I use ChatGPT or any AI tool. ChatGPT. Guys, can you still hear me? Please, if you can't hear me at any point in time, let me know. Guys, can you still hear me? Please, I need response.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, all right, that's good. So now this is how you can get all these questions answered. So I'm sure some of you already know these platforms. Do you understand? So if you want to answer this question, Google is a very good tool to use. Quora, Reddit, Nairaland. Do you guys know Quora, Reddit, and Nairaland now? Eh?
Yes, sir, we do.
So Quora, Reddit.
Yes, sir.
See, the reason why I love these three platforms is because you see people's personal experiences. Like Quora is like a forum for people sharing thoughts and everything. So one good thing, the reason why this will give an edge is because you will see personal experiences, and personal experiences are very good ways for very good tools for research. Do you understand? You can't compare it to what any blogger just post on, or any website just post on YouTube. You get on Google. Another platform is YouTube. You might be fortunate to see some very good videos. I just added ChatGPT or any AI tool now because sometimes I use it. ChatGPT or any other good AI tool, good for research. It is good, but the flaw is that it will not give you that human touch. You know, if you want to do very quick research, let's say you already search physical, emotional pain somebody with arthritis might be going through, or psychological pain somebody with arthritis might be going through. You've used Google, YouTube, you've seen some experiences, but then you know that there is more. You know there is more, but all you might not be so fortunate that all these other platforms might not have covered it. And you know there is more. You can just go to a ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT, give me 40 different emotional pain somebody with arthritis might be going through in Nigeria. An average Nigerian with arthritis is going through. ChatGPT will list them for you, but it will not give you that personal touch because it's not a human that is saying it. You get, so then you can carry some of those things. Maybe ChatGPT told you, like when Chimezi was telling me that somebody with arthritis might have scratchy eyes. Personally, I'll be honest, I've never heard that. I know they have itchy skin, but then when it was not saying the itchy skin might affect the itchy eyes, I was not like, okay, that might be true. So if ChatGPT tells you something like that, you can now be like, I'm not so sure about this. So then you can now go to Google and type how arthritis can cause itchy eyes. So Google will now explain well to you. You might say so, or maybe Quora and Reddit, you now see some people's personal examples. So to tell you how realistic it is. So that's it. Then Facebook groups and forums, you see a lot of all these other people on a lot of Facebook groups and Facebook forums where they share personal stories. If you can enter all those groups, you see people talking. Somebody with high blood pressure now will tell you what he's going through at home and everything. People will just be there to encourage it, so encourage the person. So you see firsthand people with these conditions talking about it. Then influencers comment section. This is also very good. Do you understand? I don't know. Do you guys know Aproko Doctor?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Some of you, good. So the thing is, somebody like Aproko Doctor now might talk about high blood pressure and everything. Maybe just says, okay, try out this week on Twitter. All I want to be, I just want to be I just want to be enlightening people about high blood pressure and everything. You see a lot of people with high blood pressure in this comment section, then asking questions. Those questions are the challenges that your customer avatar is going through. You know, not only Aproko Doctor, go to YouTube, go to a lot of top channels around health and this thing, around the people that teach about high blood pressure, all these things. You see people making comments saying, please, my daddy is doing this. What can we do? Please, I have high blood pressure, and I just started noticing that my eyes was getting red. I'm not saying eyes gets red, though. I don't know, but I know they have blurry vision. Or let me just say, okay, let me use blurry vision. I just noticed that I started having blurry vision. Please, is it also a symptom of high blood pressure? I don't know what to do. You start seeing pains that people are going through. Do you understand? That's also another good one. Then the best, the Oga Pata Pata #1, live events and listening to your audience. This is see, if you carry out research using all this, it does not beat you knowing somebody that has one of those conditions. If you have somebody around you now that, let's say the way Julius Victory was saying that her auntie that has diabetes, that she cannot just eat their kind of rice. See, no matter the research you want to do, it can never beat first-hand knowledge of you knowing somebody. Let's say, for example, now your friend has ulcer, your friend has had ulcer. You guys have been together from, maybe you've been roommates from 100 level down to 400 level. You lived with the person for 4 years. You already know all what the person can eat, all what the person cannot eat. Like when as I told you, I served in Ubulang with Ebony. There was one of my friends then, Olive, that was her name. She had ulcer. So, sorry, she had asthma, rather. She had asthma. So you already know the challenge, and that place was dusty, and especially during Harmattan. My God, see, even with I don't have ulcer, you'll be struggling to breathe like this. So somebody like that, she could not. It was very difficult for her to cope in that kind of place. She was constantly on medication, constantly carry an inhaler up and down. Do you understand? So that kind of thing. Now, if I'm to write a copy about asthma, because I already have a couple of friends that they've had asthma, I already know this is the pain they are going through. These are the things they cannot eat. These are the things they can eat. These are the things they cannot do. Blah blah blah. Same thing with ulcer. If you know somebody that has ulcer, you already know. Let's say your brother has ulcer, for example, you guys have lived together for 15 years. If they ask you to write a copy, see, nobody's copy beats that copy. No amount of research will beat that thing you want to talk about. Why? Because you know, you've lived with somebody like that, you've listened to them over and over again. Maybe they cannot eat beans, they cannot eat hot food, they cannot eat pepper, they cannot eat do what else again? They are constantly using mismag, blah blah blah, everything like that. You understand? So the best is live events and listening to your audience. So for example, now let's say you know somebody that is very close to you that has high blood pressure that won't mind speaking with you. Do you get, instead of doing all this research using ChatGPT, just go and discuss with the person. You don't even need to tell the person I want to ask about high blood pressure. People are always open to share things about them. A lot of people. Do you understand? So you can just talk to them. You can just be like, why is it that you cannot eat salt? Do you get, you listen to that person that it's because of like I have to watch my blood pressure, like doctor even just told me this, blah blah blah. The person, someone that likes to talk again, you will get very useful tools for what it is that you want to, the copy you want to write. So that is why live events, that's like maybe physical seminars or people talking and listening to your audience, is the number one way of having your questions answered. Okay, so after you've now answered all your questions, yeah, so now you've identified your Chinese customer avatar, you've had all your questions answered. So the next thing to do is that you start writing your copy. So start writing your copy. To make it easier for you guys, I wrote down a 19-step Janice pre-sale structure, and this is it. It is 19 step, but we will not be treating it today. We'll end the class for a year now. You guys will ask your questions. Then from tomorrow, I'll teach you using the 19 step. After you've identified your customer avatar, you've answered you've identified your Janice customer avatar, and you've had your question answered using all those platforms and methods I showed you. You will now use this 19-step Janice pre-sale structure to come up with a very good copy. You get. So yeah, so that is the end of our class today. So before we end the class, please, questions, please. Okay, I'm seeing Luna Nats and raised. So
Yeah, please, I have a question.
yeah, please remove your earpiece or AirPods. Yeah, please mute
So,
your mic when Luna Nats is done. Yeah, go on, Luna
okay,
Nats.
please,
I
like
want to ask
about
questions.
targeting our
Yeah, I
audience,
will answer you. Please mute your mic, Chimeze. For
about
now,
targeting,
I'll call
yeah,
you. Yeah, what was your question?
yeah, about targeting our audience, like for
Yeah.
the age, maybe let's say we are creating an ad and we are targeting our audience, but like those people, like as we are saying, maybe they are more than 40, 50, 60. So some of them
Yes.
don't have social media accounts. So why
Yes.
can't we target the younger audience? Maybe their kids or grandchildren. Maybe they can buy the drug for them.
Okay, all right. So that's a good question. The reason why it's true, some people don't have social media. Do you understand? But as I said, Janice product is the cheapest is one bottle, the cheapest is like 49,500. So let's just assume that's 50K. It's just 500 naira more for it to enter 50K. So the thing now is, see, you are selling that kind of product, right?
Yeah.
Most likely the person that will buy will be using social media. Do you understand
Yeah.
me?
Okay.
Somebody that can afford to buy a product of 50,000, the cheapest price, 50,000, will most likely be using social media. Do you understand? So most of our audience are learned people that are using social media. True, some people, some children order for their parent. That's true. I've seen cases like that very well. That people even say, "I ordered for my mom, I ordered for my dad, blah blah blah. I ordered for my dad in the village." Do you understand?
Yeah.
But the thing about that is there is small fraction in marketing. In marketing, you have to appeal to the larger audience. You can't. I know there are some smaller audience. I was giving you an example of if you run a betting, that why is it that all these betting companies are always showing their ads on sport channels? Why? Because they will find. Okay,
yeah.
go on, answer the question.
Because it's more their audience mostly watch the sports channel, not the
Exactly.
drama
They
channel.
are appealing to the larger markets. Do you understand? So the thing is not that if they advertise on African Magic, people will still not patronize them. No, it does not. There are still guys that, but it's mostly guys that play better. So there are still guys that watch African Magic. But why not just appeal to the larger audience? Your target audience is a larger audience. Do you understand? As another example I gave is you are selling Catholic rosary. You can just put it in the market and people will still buy from you. But to appeal to the larger market, you have to be around where a lot of Catholics are, because they are the ones that know the value of it. Do you understand? You increase your chances of making more money when you appeal to the larger audience. So that's just why we don't target younger people. You get?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So you can drop your hand now, Lunana, if you don't have another question. Chimeze, you wanted to ask a question.
Yes, sir. I want to ask questions, sir.
Yeah, go on.
Actually, I wanted to because
hey, I cannot hear you. Your line is seriously breaking.
Can you hear me now, sir?
Yeah,
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
I've been trying. I tried many times to watch the video you sent us the link earlier, but I couldn't get access to that. I don't know why.
You tried to do what, please?
I tried many times to watch the video you sent the link on the group, but I couldn't watch
I've
it.
not sent any video. This is my first class with you guys. Maybe you are talking about the other people that taught you.
Yes, sir. There's a link they sent on the group. So I
You
couldn't
tried
watch
to
the
watch
video.
it. You couldn't watch it.
Yes,
wasn't
sir.
opening or what? I don't understand.
It wasn't opening. It wasn't opening. I tried. They gave us the code to log into the Zoom app and watch the video, and I tried it many times. It did not get through.
You know what you can do? Reach out to anybody that is in the group that will be willing to help you. Tell the person to upload the video for you on YouTube. If it's that you send the person 200 naira for data, or the person will help you do midnight sub if you don't have data to upload it. Tell the person to assist you in uploading it, downloading it, uploading it on YouTube. Then the person will send you the link. That's the way you can go about it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So any other question? Okay, Abdurrashid Amoto, please go ahead and ask your question. Abdurrashid Amoto, or I hope I pronounced it right. Ask your question, please. Okay, since he's not speaking, let me just call the person that raised his hand now. John Paul Jibrin. Ask your question.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
My name is John Paul Jibrin.
Okay.
For our last assignment, we were told to create a campaign. That's an ad.
Yes.
Then we'll screenshot it and send it to the group through our drive.
Yes.
I tried compiling my screenshots in a drive, but it wasn't compiling, so I sent them one after the other.
Okay, so I don't understand. Did they say I don't understand the question. You sent one after the other, so
yes.
Now is the question?
I want to know if sending the link one after the other is okay.
No, it's not. It's not okay, because group message is not the same thing as submitting assignment. What our advice we do is, if you submitted, Sometimes all this uploading to Drive might be tricky. You might upload through one email, and then it will show that it has not uploaded, and then you open another email, and then you see that it has actually been uploaded. So confirm first with another email, re-upload it. If it show, sometimes it will just show. What is it showing? It's showing uploading, Abi. Or
I compiled them under one folder,
yeah.
but to copy the link of the folder, it's not copying. So I just have to copy the link of each of the screenshots and drop it on the group.
Wait, I didn't get that. You said to copy the link of the folder that is not showing.
Yes.
What you do is you click on share. When you click on share, it will show you share with link. When you click on share, you can forward it to the group. Then when you forward it to the group, you just add text with your name on it. Abdurrashid Amoto. Abdurrashid Amoto. Sorry, John Paul Jibrin's assignment.
Okay,
you
sir.
understand?
Okay,
Or if you don't really understand, if you have anybody around you that can assist you.
I understand already.
Yeah, okay, all right. So that's how you do it.
Thank
you. So you can drop your hands now if you don't have any question again.
Good day, sir.
Please mute your mic also. Okay, so Abdurrashid Amoto, go on, please.
Good day, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Concerning this, the first question this the lady asked concerning the targeting, sir. I still need more clarification on that, sir. Maybe there are some old
I
people,
can't hear you, please. Are you using I can't hear you properly. Are you using earpiece?
No, I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I said concerning the targeting, sir. There are some old people that are not on social media.
Yes.
So how can we target them?
Okay, how can we target old people that are not on social media, right?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Is that your only question?
Yes.
Okay, all right. That's good. Okay, so the thing is, we only target online audience. Do you get? Targeting people that are not offline, people that are not online. First of all, I told you that you have to appeal to the larger market, the market that has the potential to buy your product. And as I was saying, our list price product is 49,500. That's about 50K. It remains 500 for it to enter 50K. So the thing is, what's the point targeting people that are not online? People that are not online, most of them is because they cannot afford to buy phones. Do you get? It's just a few that don't just use smartphone. You understand? So what's the point of targeting people that are not online, that cannot buy your product? Sorry, that are most likely cannot buy your product. You're just wasting a lot of money, you get. And also, pushing your product to them will cost you more than just running online ads. Do you understand? It is good to help your people with your products, but then you have to also think about making profits. This is a business. Get. So you cannot just say, because I want to help people that are not online by force, let me spend a lot of money that might cost me to make loss at the end of the day. You get. So
Okay,
that's
there are some hello, are you there, sir?
Yes.
There are some old people. I think they don't have the money to buy food. Maybe they don't have the chance coming online, stuff like that. So their students can do that. So how to target below the age you
There's no need targeting them. There's nothing, how do I put it? There's no use reaching them. They are not online. This is an online business. You get?
I mean, their children might be online also.
See, if you listen to what I was telling Luna Natch, then I was saying appeal to the larger markets that has the potential to buy your ad. You get? That's what you do. You understand? All right. Any other question, please, before we end the class? Abrashid, please drop your hand. If you don't have any other question. Okay. Benga Samuel, do you have a question? Benga Samuel, if you don't have a question, please mute your mic. Okay, Julius Victory, I can see your hand raised. So ask your question.
Okay, thank you, sir. Sir, and when you spoke about different ways we can make research,
Yeah.
you said something like live events.
Yeah.
That's listening to your audience. Sorry, please, I don't know if you can throw a little bit of light on that. Like, how do you go about the process since um our market is actually online? So is it that
Okay.
you have an online? I don't know, just I don't know how to go
Okay.
about it.
Okay. All right. So live events slash listening to your audience. So live events is just maybe so things like seminar, maybe like health seminars, health webinars. It can be online. Let's say some health maybe an influencer online is hosting a live is doing Instagram live educating people about health, or there's a Twitter space talking about health. Do you understand? And maybe managing high blood pressure. That's under live events. Then also, don't it should not just be restricted online. Do you understand? See, when I told you that I served in a place where a lot of the older people there they had arthritis, so it might not be something conscious. And then I had not even joined Janice. Do you understand? But I used to
Yeah.
see like the problems they were facing. Do you understand? So
Yes,
that's
sir.
also like events.
Oh,
Let's say all these clinics they do, all these enlightenment program they would always do for older people.
yes,
Maybe
yes.
they do enlightenment program for people with high blood pressure and they check their BP. Please mute your mic now, Benga Samuel. You are disturbing me. Okay, I've muted him. So let's say they do this thing. They host a live event. They are checking people's BP, giving them tips that this is what you do, this is what you should not eat, and everything. You can just volunteer. Do you understand? You can volunteer and be one of the assistants. One of the
Okay.
assistants there. You will see people's life experience. Do you understand?
Yeah.
That's also that live events. You hear people talk about what they are suffering and everything. That's why I say that's the perfect one. Because why? People will tell you personalized story. Do you understand? From an emotional point for things like that. That's also under live events. Do you get?
Yes, sir.
So for listening to your audience, that one is just simple. If you have anybody around you, or maybe you just search on YouTube self, just listen to what they are saying about whatever condition they are going through. Do you understand better now?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, you're welcome. Ebzy Jones, please ask your question.
Okay, sir. Afternoon, sir.
Good
Mine
afternoon.
is not actually an inquiry because after you
Okay.
finished speaking about where one can get these questions answered, I was
Yeah.
being logged out from the Zoom live and I entered not too long again. So I wanted to know if there is any other maybe assignment or something given.
No, there's no assignment. I'll give you guys an assignment tomorrow, but there's none for today.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, all right. So is there any other question? Please drop your hand, Ebzy Jones. And please, Ebzy Jones, don't just use your nickname. Even though you want to put Ebzy Jones, put it inside a bracket or something. Let your full name show. It is very important. Your first name and your last name, that's your last name is your surname. So your first name is your own name, and then your surname. Okay, so if there's no other question, so that's the end of our class for today. So tomorrow we'll continue. So have a nice day, guys.
Bye, sir.
Yeah, bye. Let me end the meeting for all.